Welcome all. This tutorial will demonstrate the use of return statement. Every function has three parts: function definition, function call, and return statement. In previous lecture, we have seen function call and function definition. The third part is return statement. Return statement is used to return some value back to the caller. Caller is the function or the program who calls desired function. That desired function is called as called function, and the program or the function from which it has been called is known as calling function. The syntax of return statement is: it is used along with return keyword. Expression is optional. If you want to return some value, we can make use of expression. If we do not want to return anything, then we just make return. We do not add any value, any expression after return keyword. A function may or may not return a value. Every function has implicit return statement as a last statement in function definition. The implicit return statement returns nothing to its caller, so it is said to return none. Means, if you forgot to write return statement at the end of function body, it is equivalent to return nothing. We will see with respect to one example later on. The return statement is used for two things. First, it is used to return a value to the caller, and second, to exit from function and go back to its caller. That is, we need to transfer control after the execution of the called function to the caller function. It is handled by return statement. Program to write a function that do not use return statement, and program to write a function that returns square of number to its calling function or say caller. So we will see return statement using these two programs. Observe here, I have commented function definition string and function call string. So these are the two comments. The function definition starts here. We have the function named as display string. It is accepting no parameter. This function is performed only to display one string. Print Python programming. In order to execute this function, we need to call it. We make a call to this function, and its return value is captured in str1 variable. We print this str1 variable. Again, we call display string function inside print. In this program, there are two calls for the same function. We will see this using Spyder editor. Already it is defined function mentioned here. Function definition, the name of the function display string. At line number 6 we have first call, and at line number 8 we have second call to the same function display string. Whenever you start execution of this program, the program starts its execution at line number 6, because up to line number 5 we have definition of the function. Function doesn't execute on its own. Actual execution of this program will start at line number 6. When line number 6 starts execution, the control will be transferred to the definition of the display string function. It will execute its single statement. It will print Python programming, and again control will be sent back to line number 6. Why? Because the return value from the function is captured in str1 variable. You will be surprised. We have not written anything from this function, and still I am saying the return value will be captured in str1. Whenever there is no explicit return statement mentioned in the function body, it is implicitly added by environment and it returns none. That means if you have mentioned return here, or if you do not mention anything here, the result will be the same. None will be returned. Now check the output. Guess what will be the output? At line number 6, there is the call. Call will be transferred to the definition. So the output will be Python programming. This value will be captured in str1. Again we print. The return value will be captured in str1. What is returned? None is returned. So at line number 9, none will be displayed. Again at line number 8 there is a call. Again the line number 3 will be executed. That is Python programming. And at this moment it will return again none, and this none will be printed using print statement at line number 8. The output will be Python programming none, Python programming none. Check it. We got the output here. Now suppose I add return statement here. And again execute the program. Okay. So we have the same output. Either we mention return, or if we do not mention return, the output is same. So return statement is optional. We can justify this statement. The return statement is optional because if you mention return, or if we do not mention return, the output of the program is same, because return statement returns none, as well as the function that is not containing any return statement, it also returns none. Now we will see another program. This program computes the square of a number. The definition of the function is df keyword, name of the function display square. It accepts one parameter, and the function body contains return statement. It returns one value. It is in a form of expression. This expression contains the square of the number n into n. Whatever we have passed to the function as the argument, this argument is multiplied with itself, and this value is returned from the function. We have called this function passing value 9, and return value is captured in val variable. This val variable is displayed using print statement. Check the program. Same lines are available here. It is the function display square accepting the parameter. we made a call at line number 6. So whenever program starts, it starts execution at line number 6. The control will be transferred to the definition of function display square. Observe, at line number 6 we have first 9 inside brackets. This 9 will be transferred to variable n at line number 2, because in a call there is the function display square and in the definition there is the function display square. So these two names are matched and 9 will be passed to n. This is the meaning of function call. Now this n is available in function body. We have multiplied n with n. This value is returned. Whenever function returns, it returns the point from where it has been called. This function has been called at line number 6. So it will return at line number 6. As the past value is 9, the square is 81. The return value 81 will be stored in file at line number 6 and it will be displayed using print statement. Check the output. Observe here, square is 81. Now suppose you have passed here two values 9, 2. What will happen? You will get name error. Yes, type error. Display square takes one positional argument but two were given. So there is a rule: when there is a function call, its corresponding definition will be executed only if there is a match between function name and the number of arguments as well as the types of arguments. At line number 6 we have display square function name. At line number 2 we have display square function name. We have passed two arguments separated by comma at line number 6 and we have accepted just single variable at line number 2. It has the mismatch. Past values are two arguments, accepted value is single argument. This is why we got an error, type error. This is the rule for function call and its execution. We will move to our original code. We have seen the use of return statement. In previous program it has written nothing, and in this program it has written square of number. The return value depends on the intention of the function, what we want to return. Exercise: the return statement is optional. Justify this statement with the help of example. We have gone through the answer for this exercise. You have to write it down on your own. In next lecture we will move to the scope and lifetime of a variable. Till then, bye. Thank you.